Welcome back, guys. Thank you very much for coming back and for joining me and for supporting my journey. Today, we want to talk about trees. Yes, I woke up this morning and I was feeling like I really need to plant trees. Essentially or initially, I had plans of planting fruit trees around my compound. But when I read the market, I thought that I can't plant that later because it rained a lot yesterday. Why can't I just plant some trees in a certain portion of land where I feel it's bare and I need some trees? So I went to the market and I bought about 1,500 trees. And of course, in these small markets, when you buy, you get like something we call nyongesa in my mother tongue, but it's just like additional trees in case some get ruined on the way. So we checked when we were to after removing them from the vehicle. We checked if they were stressed and if they had been damaged, because there were a lot stuffed back behind my car, and luckily it was not so much. So then after that, we decided to go with them to the planting site. So I have this portion of land. It's not big, but it's below a small hill, and it's prone to erosion. So it's a place where I'm thinking if I plant these trees in the right way, it will help to prevent erosion in that place, and it will increase, it will not make the land so bare, because we all know the benefits of planting trees in areas like this. Generally, we've had people talk a lot about planting trees and the importance of planting trees. When I was going to school, we were used to be told that if you cut one tree, you plant 3 trees. But the trees generally people are cutting, and it's what can I call it? The population of trees is just growing fewer and fewer in several places in the countryside. So I thought that if I do this and we do it as a community, I invite people to help me do it. First, it's a significant thing to learn people to grow trees, and it will be a benefit for the trees in later stages of life, because we all know that if these trees grows big, we can cut them and use them as timber. And generally, everybody knows that timber is used for building and making things like chairs and everything. So the uses of timber are just so much that we cannot there will never be enough trees to fulfill this if we don't plant. So people will continue just be cutting without replacing, and therefore it is not enough. So we have to plant trees. Another thing is that in the rural areas, we use, when the trees are growing, and for them to grow taller, we usually cut the branches, and these branches can be used as firewood. So it will be used as firewood for cooking. But the leaves that are falling down will be used as a manure. They will decay, and then it will be used as a manure for the plant will take the nutrients back again as they grow, because this rot down and help the soil to be fertile. I was thinking, I really like trees, and I like the fact that trees has got some similarities with human being. Anyway, one fun fact that I like so much is that trees experience stress just as a human being. So in different countries, trees behave differently. Like when they don't get, let me say for example in Kenya, when they don't get enough nutrients, they shed their leaves and they can't dry up. And when they're getting, just as human being, when we get stressed, we be gloomy, and when we get depressed and we don't get the medical health or medical assistance that we need, we die. So we can die out of that. Trees also experience stress as human. I think that is a very good fun fact that is very interesting. Let me go talk about how we planted our trees. We dig holes, we measure the distances between one hole to the other. We plant 1 tree per hole, and in this area we didn't use fertilizer or both either organic or industrial fertilizer, because earlier on this place was having like a lot of cow dung, so it has decayed and the soil here is so fertile, so we didn't need to use more fertilizer in it. What we will do later on as the trees grows, we will do top dressing just to boost their health, and so that they can get a vigorous root penetration in the soil for them to grow faster. We are thinking, or I am projecting that within 5 to 7 years, 5 to 10 years, these trees will be able to reach maturity, and we will harvest them and we will get something out of it. This is because I'm planting, as I've written in one of the titles, these are eucalyptus, fast growing, very, very, very fast growing trees. And the good thing about them is that if you have planted one, every time you harvest, they will regrow, and because their roots penetrates quite deeply in the soil. This can be an advantage and a disadvantage in some cases, but for a place like this, it's an advantage, because unless you really dig it out, you'll always have trees as often as you want. So as I said, this project is projected to materialize or to be profitalized in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 years. Then we will cut the timbers, we will sell and get some profit out of it. For now, it will be just for the environment. It will help the environment, clarify the air, the carbon dioxide in the air, stop wind breaking, stop erosion, and every important thing that a tree can do in a bare land like this. And also as a social community thing, because as you see, we are getting some other villagers joining us to help us plant and have a fun day at the farm and grow trees. And I will suggest, or I will ask each and everyone to try and plant trees wherever they come from, because trees are very important. They are one of the living organisms. They are classified as the longest living organism on Earth. So therefore, we should plant trees and make our environment better. Thank you very much for staying until the end. Please plant trees in your areas, and thank you for staying until the end. Please subscribe, like, share, enjoy. Bye.